What's up, guys? You're welcome to your weekly dose of Ari And Nazo. And you know it's your guy, Ari the guy.
I'm Nazo the girl.
Yeah, if you could on to more, but
You'll be alright.
man, you know these things in relationship that people talk about that okay, it's like everybody talks about cheating. Like that's like the
thing.
top list of why a relationship can go wrong, but there are a whole lot of other reasons that I think some people don't actually pay attention to that. Actually, maybe some might lead to cheating and some might actually lead to the relationship ending outrightly. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. 5 things that are as horrible as cheating in a relationship. Now let's go. Number one, being like married to your job.
You know, let me preface by saying, first and foremost, okay, as a career woman, having a good career or a good job is good. Okay? Let's not just say that it's a bad, it's good, alright? The dedication
to the job is
also
good. There's nothing wrong with that.
Let's carry on from here.
But there should be this work-life balance.
Amen.
Even in organizational psychology. Okay, I don't want to be a psychologist.
Hey, don't start psychology.
Work-life balance where you don't allow your work fit into your personal life and you don't allow your personal life get into your job space. But most of the time, work invades personal life. Nobody's saying don't work. Nobody's saying don't hustle. Nobody's saying don't get the bag. Don't make money for yourself, your spa. But at least if you're in a relationship, being married to your job where you basically, even if there's anything like worse than a workaholic, that's what the person is. You spend long hours in the office, disregarding your partner, even sometimes can spill into your children. You spend a whole lot of time.
You know what? Can I just let me make a case for these people. It's not their fault, right? In the Nigerian society that we have today, you know, there's this thing. I saw one meme like that. Like there are plenty of people sitting down on the table working. All of them were thinking the same thing. I don't want to be the first person to leave the office.
Yes, that happens.
Why?
That happens.
Your work contract states 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. Why can't you leave after 5?
Because
then again,
if we talk about that, it will take us to a completely different topic.
True.
Yeah. If we talk why that thing happened, I have the point why it happened. I think maybe we'll try to talk about that in a different video. But as much as you're making money, don't be married to your job. Create time for family. Create time for your spouse.
Create time for your girlfriend.
For your girlfriend is that important.
Yeah.
You can have the relationship is still work. At least how I see it, it's still work. Just that because you're not getting paid out of it.
Actually,
well, you're not getting paid in cash.
Pleasure is payment.
Keep your mouth shut. You're not getting paid in cash. That's big. So that's why a lot of people don't think that it's not necessary to put in that work, but it's a whole lot of work, and it's like till you die, you're working on it. So don't think maybe it's just when you are 40, 50, so but till 80, 100, as long as your spouse is alive, you're still working.
Yeah.
So that's number one. Don't get married to your job. It never ends well. Number 2, alcoholism. I know she's going to come for me here.
Hello.
Wait.
Listen to me, okay? If it's that alcoholism, I cannot speak
English. But it
English.
has not affected our relationship, has it? No.
Because I have made a case for it.
Which case?
And
you didn't make any case for it. I decided.
Let me put it out there. I made a case for it. Listen, let me tell you something. You guys, when I'm very passionate about something I don't like in a relationship, you will know. And unless you have what do you call it? Heart of stone, heart of marble. If your girlfriend is like, you know, I feel like, you know, this thing, and you now, a little drop of tear.
That's manipulation.
Or like a tear drop.
It's
for your own good.
Okay, I see. I wasn't an alcoholic, but there was a time upon that I used to drink a lot. Honestly, I'm not even going to say I used to drink a lot. I wasn't an alcoholic, but I used to drink a whole lot. I wasn't addicted. Addiction, alcoholism.
Go and sit down. Hello. See, he was this close to being addicted to alcohol.
Okay, I was that close.
Also, when we started our relationship, right? When we got into like a little argument or a misunderstanding or something, the first thing he would do is to go and get a drink.
I take one shot for my face.
No, say what's happening?
But then alcoholism is not good because you are not in the right state of mind. You can make mistakes.
Listen, lots of mistakes that you can easily avoid.
And then you might push you to even hit your partner. Alcohol, for some people that don't have that impulse, it just makes you act on impulse. So it might push you, maybe next day, that's when you're thinking, oh, what did I do? But alcoholism is as worse as cheating.
That's terrible. That is terrible. Nobody say you shouldn't drink, okay? Don't get us wrong. Drink is fine.
I still drink, but moderate.
We still drink.
But moderate.
Yeah. But like the one that you will now
be wasted.
Or every small, at the slightest provocation, you're going to get a drink. I don't want to put you out there, honey. But I have to say, right, you guys,
what?
See, we thank God for God, because let me tell you something. God be working his miracles in our lives. Okay?
Why did I sit here to discuss this topic?
Now you bring up. Let me tell you something. It was, see, we've come a long way. High five for coming a long way. It's not easy, okay?
So
see the smallest thing, and it's like, oh, okay, you need to get a drink because you can't deal with it.
Yeah, that was always my go-to. But thankfully now I can say, okay, well, let's talk. Let's discuss it.
Let's discuss it. You know, it's better to get it out of the way like that.
So alcoholism is worse. It's worse. It doesn't just damage you. The pain that it damages you and other people around you. They also feel the impact.
See, nobody says you shouldn't, but it can be a health hazard.
Yes.
Hello, it will not affect you now, okay?
Actually,
in your 40s, your 50s and 60s.
Before it starts.
Your liver, okay? Your insides,
your kidney.
There's that as well.
So alcoholism, guys, just make it moderate. It doesn't have to be too much. Either for the guy or for the girl. You don't want your dad. I remember this experience. There was a woman who came when my mom was alive. The woman came to our shop. She drank to the point that she slept. She was almost falling together, but they had to like bring her into the shop. So that was where she slept. The embarrassment, a woman in my area, my dad's place, the embarrassment on her husband's and children's faces. That's like they didn't say anything to us. They were like, oh, thank you, but I could see that shame on their face.
Like, why would you do something like this?
To us? And the man was like, they're fine, that there's nothing going on.
Obviously, he won't want to tell you that. Even if there was something wrong, let's
even assume there's nothing going on. That's a case of addiction at that point. For her to drink to that extent, you should know your limits. Blackout drunk. So that's not a good look. Number 3, exes. Yeah. Why should you? Well, sometimes it might not be an issue when you guys when you talk about it, but when you don't now set, let's say, boundaries and limitations. If you don't tell him or her, hello, these people that are texting you wagwan, don't reply them like this. Hello. Sorry, habits. He won't leave his face alone, so sometimes I have to remind him to leave his face alone. Anyway, as I was ranting and going, you sometimes you have to let them know that, hello, you should not be talking to this auntie this way. I think that's where that thing comes in, like, why are you checking my phone? You should not check my phone because you know that if the woman should see something, she'll be like, for me, I have to her like that. The moment is being secretive. That is you have something to hide now.
It's not that. I'm just saying, I think that's another reason why they're always talking about phone is privacy and one thing, because they know that if the woman should see the way they are relating with these other women, their exes or something, especially if they still talk to their exes, if they see the way they talk to them, they'll be like, why are you talking to her like that? You have me, so what are you talking to this person?
On that note, guys, there was time this particular thing actually happened with me. Please pardon the noise. This particular thing happened with me. There was my ex. To me, I felt she had access to my phone. So to me, I felt this was just a normal conversation. Like, to me, I didn't see it. So from her perspective as a lady, she saw a whole lot of red flags there.
I did.
And all she had to do was call me out and okay, see. Pardon the noise, guys.
That's my brother. Sorry.
Yeah, he has coronavirus, by the way.
Don't say that. He just have coronavirus. Oh my god.
Anyway, she called me out on it and...
Yeah, okay, listen, here's the thing.
Calmly, actually.
I did speak calmly. Yeah. I told him that I was not comfortable with the way he was relating with his ex at that point in time because, things were going on and I was like, I don't want to be part of it, but the way I'm relating with her, just handle it, okay? And then he thought he was handling, or he was handling it.
To me, I was handling it.
He was handling it, but I felt it's not enough because this young lady should know that, we don't.
I wanted to be this, let's pass, let's come. And she wanted, like, I don't care, launch the missile.
Not
that was
you're
the
exaggerating. That was the
vibe, bro.
He's exaggerating. That's not what I was going for. I was going for, even if they are talking to you, okay, it needs to be swift, straight to the point, not this how are you doing? Say this person don't, but say this.
Necessary
he
conversations.
doesn't need it. You don't need to tell him that. Yeah, I have all the gist he can possibly need.
So all those things can actually be an issue, especially when you're actually now secretive about the ex. When you're like hiding. Okay, let's say something happens. The girl or the guy's already suspecting, and then you're now hiding your phone. Like everything is pointing to a particular end. And let's say your partner starts feeling like, oh, you value this ex over me. It could end a relationship. So if you're looking for
even if nothing is going on,
your partner needs to feel like you want them.
Yeah, you need to reassure them constantly that they are the one for you, and
that there's no why they call them ex. Just do the way they're supposed to. Maybe bad thing you do.
Next,
number 4, phone and TV. Yeah. You can actually it breaks relationship, even in this social media age that everybody's all about their phone. This particular thing affects not just relationship but family time. You're supposed to spend time with your partner, and the next thing, like, they're on their phone. You're having a serious conversation, and they're on their phone, they're like that annoys me personally. Even when I know, okay, so maybe we are just joking, or we're not, or that is very important at that point. Maybe work, I can understand, but we are talking. We're supposed to be focused on you, or we're on a date and then you're pressing your phone. I can as well tell you, okay, why don't you go and spend time with that person?
This happened very recently.
When was that?
On the eve of my birthday. Is it eve of my birthday? After my birthday. Just say my birthday, right? So he decided, okay, we're going to spend this time together, blah, blah, blah. And then we're talking, we're gisting, we're flowing, things are going great. The next thing I see, he's on his phone.
Yeah.
I said, what are you doing? We're replying messages and sending emails. This is supposed to be an off time.
No, but I dropped my phone now.
Obviously.
I dropped my phone.
Obviously, yes.
Another thing that people don't talk about much is TV.
How many people watch TV this day and age?
People still do watch TV. It's okay to be on your be on your phone. It's okay to sit down and watch, but you shouldn't take the place of family time or with your spouse. Or even with friends. Nobody likes it because automatically I feel I'm the one present.
Especially when you're in a gathering. This thing happens a lot, like you're with your friends, you're doing like a birthday party or whatever, or you're just like at a hangouts. We find everybody's on their phone, and I'm like, so what's the point of hanging out?
That is a whole exactly. That's a whole
different thing.
But we're not talking.
Yeah.
But for the sake of this topic, it shouldn't be your partner.
Your partner.
Let both of us talk. Let's leave the phone.
I think that's why relationships break a lot these days. There's no
people who use internet standards to define their relationship.
You're not actually talking, you're not actually communicating, but pressing phone. It's all bit to be together, watch a movie together, read books, talk about it.
That's part of the reason why when this girl's marriage broke, people started saying there's no love, marriage, like there's nothing like marriage. And I'm like, Funke, this woman. And I'm asking you're saying there's no marriage. You have lots of examples around you, but you prefer the one on social media because that's your idea of a real marriage, which is, I don't know how you process that in your mind. Your parents have been married for maybe more than 40 years. You're not looking at them.
Not necessarily. What if it's not their parents? What if people around them don't have good marriages?
A bunch of these people.
They are also
just social media.
Well, everyone will be alright.
Okay. Then the 5th one, holding in feelings. That one, I didn't put that one as number 1. But
that should have been number 1.
But holding in feelings is terrible.
The worst.
Because you hold it back even the other person is confused. The other person is assuming all sorts just because of one simple reason. You're not saying it. So let's say they assume and they conclude, and let's say they feel, okay, fine, this person is not, let me run with it. You start saying, oh, why did they assume? But you left them no choice but to assume.
Let's use ours as an example. Okay? I'm not going to put out exactly what happened, but it was very recently.
Okay.
there was a situation.
Yeah, that was my fault. Yeah, no. See, guys, I know where she's going with it, but that was my. It's something I've not like.
Wait,
let me talk. Don't because you.
I've not even said anything. You're already defending yourself. Basically,
I knew
there
it
was
my
a
fault.
situation that I didn't see as big. Okay,
But
it was
mattered
just
to
like
him.
a thing, but it obviously mattered to him. And that during that thing, I thought that okay, I'm actually putting in the effort to show him the respect and this thing that he deserves, but he didn't see.
No, I didn't
Because
see from your perspective.
He didn't see it from my perspective.
Yeah.
He didn't see what I did or whatever. And then instead of him to now talk about
kept
it,
quiet.
he kept quiet.
Yeah. And that really affected us, which is why I also
Yeah.
included it here.
It affected us for a little while.
So that's not on my part because it's something I don't usually do. So I found myself doing that. And that was wrong for me. I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
Okay. And I apologized to her, not because when I now got to like talk about it and she told me, I realized that, oh, I should have actually just discussed this with her. She would tell me her perspective and I can be like, oh, you should have done it like this because this made me feel this sort of way. So let's say, imagine I didn't say I refused to talk about it. She can think billions of things in her mind and none of them will be correct. And then what
Because
if one day,
I don't know exactly
what if
it
one day
is.
she gets that she's like, okay, like I'm done with this. Why are you not like? And she, let's say, moves on because it frustrates people. What if that happens? That would mean
You know, you
me
have
losing
something
it.
in your mind, or you want your partner to do something for you, or you want them to act a certain way, you want them to compromise or something, and you're not letting them know. They are not God, they cannot read your mind, so it's just let it out.
And
Respectfully.
you too that is a
and with
partner.
love.
You too that is a partner. When they tell you, understand because sometimes the people, your partner might be like, "Oh, I don't want to tell you because this is how you're going to react." So when he or she tells you, endeavor to understand, not understanding the way you see it, understanding the way that's the way you can understand the way they see it. Then if you can make improvements to such behavior, then you go ahead and do that. So that's it from us,
It's a
guys.
very long video for some weird reason.
Because we plenty gist day.
Yeah.
That's it from us, guys. Please, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and we'll see you in another video.
Yeah.